This is awesome. So cool. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be playing a little bit of a game. Now I know this isn't a gaming channel, but it is actually a photography simulator, and I played it yesterday for a little bit and it's a lot of fun, and it's great practice for those of us who maybe can't get out all the time or don't have cool locations near us. But nonetheless, it's cool practice and it's very, very relaxing to play. So I've actually reset the game back to the start. So although it's a simulator, there's kind of game elements to it, like you have to achieve certain things to unlock certain locations. But I've reset the game so you can start with me from the very start, and we'll just do a little bit of a playthrough for maybe 15-20 minutes or so. And it's called Lushfoil Photography Sim. So let's load it up and get started right now. Created by Matt Newell. I think this is just like a really small kind of developer game, which is pretty cool. It's not like a huge company. And what you'll see is the graphics are fairly decent. You'll see the locations there, but we're going to start from the very start here. The graphics are decent for what it is. Yeah, as you see, you start here, you move around with your mouse, so it's like a first-person view, and you just walk around with your keyboard. Now at this current time, I don't have a camera, so we're going to go pick it up from down here. As I said, I've done this before, so I know kind of this first location. There's little things that come up here. Press left alt for contextual help. So this comes up and gives you your little controls down there, so you can walk with the W, A, S and D keys. Look around with the mouse. You can hold shift to run or sprint, and the main menu is escape or M. Now this game is on Steam, so I'm playing this on Windows PC on Steam, and it was about $21, $22, so not too bad. And yeah, like I said, I played for about 10 or 15 minutes yesterday, and it's very enjoyable, very relaxing, and as I said, great practice for those of us who are trying to kind of nail our camera settings and things like that, because the camera side of things is got the camera beautiful. There we go. Yeah, the camera side of things is fairly accurate when it comes to settings and things like that. So let's take a quick snap here. If you go in the water, you will reset. So, all right, spacebar to pull the camera out. There is a way to flip. I'm going to say no to this because I've already done it, but you can press Alt whenever you have the camera open and you get the camera controls pop up as well. So I don't know why this happened to me yesterday. The manual focus isn't working. If you hold the right click the mouse button and hold it down, it does autofocus, as you can see. But yesterday, when I did that, I could hold down the right mouse button and then move my mouse wheel, and there was like a bar that would move back and forth to tell me where I was focused, but I don't know why that's not working anymore. It's strange. Anyway, let's set up a little composition here. So I'm going to press Alt again because I can't remember half the keys. Let's go portrait mode on this one, so press Control, and let's dial in our camera settings. So you just press one of the arrow keys, will open up camera settings, so you can shoot in aperture priority, manual or shutter priority. Let's go manual for this one. I'm going to go f8 or close to f7.8, and we'll slow our shutter speed down to get nice exposure, which I think somewhere there. I'm going to hold down E, so you can kind of duck as well and move, like change angle like this. But let's just move over, hold down E and duck, focus. Boom, that's our first photo. So you can have a look at that by pressing escape and clicking photos, and there's our little photo there. So pretty cool. There's obviously no editing in the game or anything like that, as far as I know. You can edit these photos do save to your hard drive. There is an option to do so. There's also obviously music here you can play whilst you're playing the game. It's very relaxing music actually. Where is it? Preferences maybe? Extras? I don't know, where is this? No. Where is it? I'm trying to find, there is a part where you can save the... No, not there. You can save the images you take in the game on your actual computer. So you could edit those if you wanted to, although they're not real, so I'm not sure how many people would want to do. Here we go. Photo capture resolution. So it's on the highest, save to disk is on. So these are saving to my hard drive if I want to use them for whatever reason. I probably won't, but it's cool that you can do that. So yeah, we can further explore this location. But I think we may have unlocked the second location already. Yeah, so I'm fairly sure these are real places as well, which is pretty cool. Castle Rock Beach I live in Australia, but unfortunately not in Western Australia, so I've never been to this particular beach, but let's travel there now. Yeah, I'm fairly certain there's real locations from what I've seen of videos online. I saw one of Japan and it looks fairly accurate, so let's travel to this one here, which is Western Australia, and have a bit of a look around. So one thing I'm not sure if you do get later in the game or if it even exists at all, but if not, it would be cool for them to add, is the option to use an ND filter. Because, let's take a photo here. Also, you can zoom in and out with the mouse wheel, or you can actually change the lenses. There isn't a whole bunch of different lenses, it's just these ones here. 14mm f2.8, 24 f1.8, 35 1.2, 50 1.8, 85 1.8, 100 2.8. But I'll just keep it on zoom because it's just easier. You got all these settings here, so the size of the file that it gets saved. I don't know. Yeah, I think these are just like little presets with the logo. I thought they were, like, I don't think you can do exposure bracketing or focus bracketing or anything like that, but these are just, I don't know what this number is here actually. Don't know what that does. These are like picture profiles. Just leave that on off or none. You can set the white balance, obviously. Actually, I don't know if you can do auto. Nah, for the most part though. 5500 is probably pretty good. Maybe 6000. Yeah, so let's get an exposure here. Let's go manual. Shoot this at F8, close to. Focus. I'll zoom out a little bit. It's also a really good game to practice composition as well. That's not a good composition or anything like that. Well, it's not bad, it's just not, there's not much going on. But yeah, it's a cool game to practice composition and things like that too. So, now I know I've already played up to this point. Let's go back to where we came out, I think. No. The objective of this level here is you'll see a photo board we're about to come across, and you have to actually take photos that match that photo board to move on, to unlock the next location. Now, I haven't even done that yet. There's a little sign there. Funnily enough, the signs look the same in Victoria. I don't know if they're the same in other parts of the world, but that's what our signs look like in the coastal areas. Pretty cool. Yeah, so this board here, take all of the photos to unlock something new. So we'll take a photo of the board. There we go. So now if we go to our photos, you can see these ones with the white border. They're photos we're supposed to get or we're supposed to copy. And once you get all 6 of these, you do unlock the next location. As far as I know, I haven't gotten that far yet, but I've just been enjoying this. Like I said, I've only played it for 10 or 15 minutes, but I thought I'm definitely going to make a video on this because it'll be very helpful to people who, yeah, want to learn more about photography, camera settings, can't get out that much. So this photo was kind of like this. I don't know how close you have to be. Yeah, we got it, because you hear that little bell jingle. And then if you go up here now to photos, we have this icon here, but it's gone from here. So the next one is this little campfire area, so we'll try and find that. I don't think you have to do them in order or anything like that. But yeah, I thought I'd do a video on it because it's just, yeah, super fun game, very relaxing, and very good for those of us who want to maybe practice our camera settings and see what, like, experiment with camera settings and see what certain things do without being out in the rain or cold, or maybe you just don't have any cool locations where you are. Now that campfire from memory is somewhere over this side. I'm holding down shift so I can sprint. Oh, what's this? I haven't been here yet. Oh, filter light practice session. Oh, okay, I thought filter is in. Let's start this. Okay, use the arrow keys to adjust camera settings. Use the left, right arrow keys to change selection. Okay, so what am I changing? Oh, okay, it's just these things. Press enter to continue. Okay, yeah, we know that. So yeah, that is the contrast, white balance, lights, which, like I said, I don't really like using. Yeah, just like Lightroom filters kind of thing. Ah, okay, that number there that I didn't know what it did, this one that I've highlighted, that's the intensity of the light. So if you bring this down, you'll see that it, yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. So when you have this LUT applied, just go back to 0. When you have one of these LUTs applied, it's how strong it is, as you can see. Cool. That's it. Exit tutorial. Hold left alt. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so that's what that number is. I didn't know what that was. That was cool. So there's little like tutorials and little things hidden throughout the game, which is cool. I found a paddle board before. You could actually use it and go out on the water, which is crazy. I don't know where I'm going. If you go too far, you get kind of respawn somewhere else. And I don't know how big these maps are, but I'm getting lost. Ah, there's the campfire. So we'll just have a look at what that looks like. Alright, it's just somewhere, like an image taken from somewhere here. Oh, we've got that ugly filter on, don't we? Yes. Off. None. There we go. Cool, we got that photo. I don't know if I'll go through all these because I'm not sure where everything actually is. I don't want to play this for an hour and go bore you with all this stuff, but we can just go around taking some random photos. This one here, I'm pretty sure I know where that is, but let's see if we can walk further up here. Actually, no, I think if we go up here, it resets us. I did it before. Yeah. But we pop out here. Oh, what's this? Fast travel tutorial. I think I already know that. Use the camera to take a photo. This will save your location and camera settings. Okay, cool. So if we take a photo there, open the photo browser by pressing P. Okay, so there's that fast travel icon down there. So if you want to fast travel to different areas, you can. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like that. See this paddleboard, you can actually use it. And now I think it stays in our inventory. So we're on the paddleboard, but if I think you press escape, yeah, it'll go back. But use unlocked items with the Q key or keys 1 to 4. So we can always reuse that paddleboard if we want to. Just like that, that's cool. Alright, we'll go back on land. And like I said, I'm pretty certain that I remember where is it? This one was. I got that earlier. Like I said, I'll reset the game just so I can start from scratch for this video. Let's try going up here. It's, yeah, very well done sim / game. I don't know if I said earlier that I don't know if there's ND filters or things like that, polarizers. It'd be cool if there was. Mainly ND filters just so you can get long exposures, because I did try to do a long exposure, but it's just too bright, so you need an ND filter in that scenario. This looks like familiar, like we're supposed to get a photo here. Or is this just back at the start? Hang on. Yeah, it's that rock at the start, I think. Just go back and check our photos. I reckon that's from somewhere here. It's so relaxing. I like that they've kind of gamified it too, because like although it is a simulator, it may get boring if it didn't have things you kind of could do. Like with this, I like the fact that you do have to collect these photos to go to different locations. Okay, this photo I think was from here. I think it's here. We'll just take one and see. Yeah, you heard that little jingle bell. You don't really have to get close to the photo what it looks like, to be honest, because yeah, where is it? Ah, that one. Yeah, so we've just got these 3 left. I don't know if I'll bore you with finding those ones because I don't know where anything is yet. I'll have a little walk around and just play a little bit longer. How long has this been going for? 15 minutes, roughly. Probably play for another few minutes. Oh, what's this? Sunscreen. I don't know what that is. There's obviously just random things you find along the way, I guess. Oh, okay, we're back to here again, which is where the board was, I think. Yeah, that board was there. I reckon one of the photos is from the top of this rock. Can we get up there? That's the question. Yes. At least you won't fall off the cliffs like in real life, so that's kind of good. Not as scary. Yeah, I reckon one of the photos is from here. Alright, let's dial in some settings. They look pretty good as they were, actually. This is the weird bug then. It was saying I was in manual, but then I couldn't adjust the shutter speeds. But then when I went to this, it was saying I was in shutter priority. That was a bit weird. Anyway, that's cool. Let's say that's about right. Yes, that was one of the photos. Beautiful. I think we've got 2 left. Yeah, I don't know where this is, where these little timber kind of poles are. You can't make this bigger either to get a bit of a better look at it. Sorry. Do you reckon they're this way somewhere? Let's go for a little exploration. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably play for another few minutes, then I'll end the video. But yeah, this, like I said, it's a great game for those of us who want to just relax, play a bit of a game, have something to do with photography, learn more about camera settings and composition, like I said, is another big one. Okay, I can't really do much here. Oh, there's another little bonus item. Oh yeah, so you kind of pick up this sunscreen things. Bonus. Oh, what's that? Oh! Yes! We unlocked the Japan, we're going there right now. Alright, so it seems like maybe I didn't need to get all those 6 photos. Maybe, okay, I'm thinking now, there's like certain things unlock certain locations. So I think the sunscreen that we got a couple of those. Maybe that unlocks Japan. Maybe if we get take all 6 of those photos, it unlocks another location. I'm not sure. Let's travel to Japan quickly. We'll play this one for a couple of minutes, then I'll end the video. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah. I don't know if I've said the name of this game, but I'll put a link in the description below. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. I came across this game quite a while ago. But I don't think it was released yet. I saw some demo video. I'm like, that is awesome. Hopefully it actually ends up coming out. And I just remembered it again the other day, and it's out now. So I'm sure they'll keep doing updates and things like that as well, which is cool. This is awesome. All right, let's get the obligatory Japan shot here. Whip out the camera, flip to portrait, zoom out. Ah, this is cool. I want to get lower. I want to point up. I don't know if you can do that. Maybe I got to do this. So point up and then squat. Yeah, that's sick. All right, a bit lower. Bring up the camera settings look good to me. That's pretty cool. We'll take another one like this. Maybe we'll do a landscape too. Pretty cool. Like I said, like just practicing composition like that is so cool. Being able to do that without being out in the stress of actually taking photos in a real place. Especially if the weather's not nice. It's just not, you know. Boundary sense feature under preferences. I don't know what that means. Anyway. Alright, we'll get another obligatory Japan shot from here. I've seen this shot a million times on Instagram. Similar. Let's go manual on this. Go f6.2, get a bit of a depth of field going. I reckon somewhere there. Obviously, because we're not being able to edit in the game, obviously what I'd normally do in real life is expose for the brightest thing and then bring up the shadows, and anything that's dark I'll bring that up in post. But obviously don't think you can do that in this game unless something like that happens later. And as I said, you can edit the images in Lightroom if you want to, edit the images from the game, but they're not real, so probably not something I would do. But let's run through here. This is awesome. So cool. we get a photo of this or something? I will, just for fun. Beautiful. This is a beautiful place. Yeah, I'm fairly sure this is real. I don't know how accurate, as I said, I don't know how accurate these places are. I haven't been to any of them yet, but maybe there's a map on here or a location that I've been to, which would be cool. But so far, no. I'm just going to run through here. There's like no photography games, which is what makes this really cool. This is awesome. What is that? Some little ancient structures. I want to see if we come out to like, you see Mount Fuji or anything. I don't know where we are in Japan in this thing, but oh, that's beautiful. Let's get a photo of this lake. Get some foreground elements happening maybe. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe just a shot like this would be cool. Change our exposure a little bit. That's awesome. What I love about my little composition, the little V here, it's kind of like everything pointing to the center, and then you've got this bright part in the water. That's what I'm loving about this game. Just like I said, people can practice their composition without the stress of camera. I mean, obviously there are still camera settings and things, but it's a game. It doesn't really matter if the photo doesn't look good. It's just you can practice with the settings, the composition, and explore cool places. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. I don't want this to go on forever, but I'm going to keep exploring. Oh no, please. Oh, look at that. Sorry, I'm obsessed again. Yeah, it's so far away, you're getting like realistic atmospheric haze, which is pretty cool. Take a photo anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to end the game off there. I love this. I highly recommend you download it if you are a photographer and you just want to experiment with it, have fun. It's really cool. As I said, I'll put the link in the description below. This video was not sponsored, but I think more people need to know about games like this because, yeah, not many people make games like this. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.